I was working as a PSA on 9CD at the Austin Hospital, which is a cardiac recovery ward. I was just walking up the corridor and I felt like a butterfly sort of feeling come across my chest.
Within probably an hour of that, the doctors were telling me to bring the children down to say goodbye to their father, and I had to sign for a 16-hour operation to save his life.
I had an aneurysm of my subclavian arch and I lost both my kidneys due to lack of blood.
From that day, it was a month and a half of James in ICU with me on a regular basis signing for procedures.
You always think you're invincible. And I was healthy. I might have been a little bit overweight and so forth, but me and my wife never discussed future health plans or problems I might have had and how it would affect me and her and the family. That was never brought up, never.
I was thrown right in the deep end. We'd never ever talked about any of the things in regards to that ever coming up. So I found it just overwhelming to look at how he was and then also to have to decide on what I thought was the right thing. And I still think now that I was very selfish and I did what I wanted done, and that was for him to be brought home, and so I pretty much signed for everything to be done that I thought would get us to that.
Hello, I'm Bud Tingwell. You know, none of us can predict when we or someone we love is going to become ill, and more often than not, we're simply not prepared for it. It's just not something that we plan for. Every year, many Australians become too ill to make their own decisions about their health care and medical treatments. Now, if a serious illness or accident left you unable to communicate your wishes, it's likely that your family members will be asked to make those decisions for you. Would they know what you want? This is what advanced care planning is all about.
Mum had a series of illnesses that really made her frail. She had bowel cancer, she had many strokes. She had a frailing back, which eventually she was in a wheelchair. She had a heart attack, and from then on her heart was very frail. Mum had got so ill, she was bedridden. She couldn't eat anymore. She just couldn't digest food anymore. She had been wheelchair bound probably for about 6 months previously, but when she got bed bound, there was just nothing there, and she just laid there all day. When Mum was well enough, it was easy, but as the time went by, Mum got too frail and too ill to make a decision, and that was when it really became hard on me. And when Mum really came quite ill again, I just said to them, no more. You just can't. It's too hard on them. So I had to ask them not to send Mum back to the hospital and let us all just wait and see what happens. Well, Mum just got so ill, she just eventually just passed away. Probably it would have been really good for Mum and myself if somebody had have come and said, can we help you? Would you like to listen to what we've got to say about what you personally would like to be done? Do you want to keep fighting, Doris? Do you want to be left alone? Do you want peace? Mum could have helped answer that. We could have done that together and it wouldn't have been so hard, because I'll never ever not feel guilty. And I just kind of feel, I still don't know whether I did the right or the wrong thing, and I will never know.
Many of us believe that if we were critically ill and unable to speak for ourselves, our loved ones would automatically know our wishes. But studies show that our families guess wrong more than half the time about what kind of treatment we would want. The best way to ensure that your own wishes are carried out is to participate in advance care planning. In the same way that many people make plans about what to do with their property and money in the future, you can also make plans about your future health care. Advanced care planning helps you to start thinking about what medical treatments you would and would not want in the future, in case a time ever came when you were unable to speak or to make decisions for yourself. It encourages you to discuss your choices with those closest to you and assist you in completing the documents that record your choices for the future. You can start the process of advanced care planning with your own doctor or at your local hospital, and there is no extra charge for this service. The first thing is to think about what kinds of situations you might face in the future and what choices you may have to make about medical treatment. There are many people and sources of information that can help you think through these options. You may choose to seek advice from your doctor or a hospital staff member who is familiar with advanced care planning. Next, you should discuss with your family and friends and your doctor what kind of care you would want in different situations. And write your choices down so that they're available if a time comes when you cannot speak for yourself. The plan you make is called an advance care plan. In the past, this has also been called a living will. Your advance care plan can include a statement of your wishes or an advance care directive that will guide future medical treatment decisions if you cannot speak for yourself. It may also include appointing another person to make healthcare decisions for you in the event that you cannot make or communicate your own decisions. Depending on the state or territory in which you live, the person you appoint may be called an enduring power of attorney for medical treatment or health matters, or an enduring guardian, and maybe a spouse or family member, a trusted friend, or another person of your choice.